Hi Flosstube, I'm Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel, and this channel is all about cross stitch. Welcome if you're new here, and thank you if you keep coming back and back. I really appreciate everyone that watches me, and I've had some more new subscribers, so thank you very much. If it is your first time and you do like what you see, then please do consider subscribing and help me grow my channel. That would be lovely. Today is the 11th of May 2025, and this is my Flosstube number 19. So for those of you that have been here before, we're in a different place, right? It might be a little bit echoey. It sounds a bit echoey to me. So basically we're in my craft room, spare room, guest room, but basically craft room, that is still a little bit of a work in progress. I don't know if I'll be able to move this without making a... but you can see there's still stuff everywhere, right? But I am sitting in front of the built-in cupboards that my husband did. So here are two large cupboards with 3 drawers underneath, and then there's 2 wall cupboards there, which all with shelves in. This cupboard is completely full now. I've sorted everything and put everything away in there. It looks pretty. I might try and pop in some pictures of some of the insides that are done anyway. But currently the curtains are not up in here, and the flooring, the carpet isn't down for another just over a week, and we'll have carpet in here. So on a week on Monday we're getting carpet in here and vinyl flooring in the bathroom, which will mean that 2 whole rooms are finished. Yay! That might not sound like a lot, but after 3 years, and we started with taking the roof off and having a whole new roof and a full rewire throughout, it's been a big job. 2 whole finished rooms is major, okay? So it might be a bit echoey, so I do apologise, but when the carpet's down and the curtains are up, hopefully that will change. Like I say, I will put in some pictures because it's been a big old job. We're not quite there yet. Not a lot has happened apart from lots of DIY here. And we did have our wedding anniversary on Friday, and we didn't do anything particularly. Well, we did. We went to the Bakewell, to the charity shop, to take 5 boxes of stuff, and went in a couple of other shops and then came home. But I did have prosecco with my dinner. We've been married for 27 years, so yeah, I'll put a picture in here for those that didn't see it on Instagram. We are a lot thinner, a lot younger. My husband has hair back in those days too. Not done much else. So let's get on with the stitching. I have got one finish, since I last saw you 2 weeks ago. One finish, 3 new starts. I've completed 1 WIP go number for May so far, and I worked on 1 other WIP as well. So quite a bit of stitching to show you. I've also got a couple of plans, a little bit of haul at the end. But I'm going to start with giveaways. So there were 2 giveaway winners way back from, I think it was video 15, who I shouted out then, and I've shouted out a couple more times since, and they still haven't got back to me. So I have redrawn giveaway winners, which was I think it was for my 1,000 subscribers. I did sort of about 6 or 7 different things giving away, and 2 things never got claimed. So I've redrawn those from video 15 today. So if you commented on that video back then, you will have been entered into the draw today. So I redrew those, and the first one was for this little notions pouch that I made, and then I put in a few goodies. There's a little needle minder, a little ort pot, some scissors, mascara ones, which are great for getting fluff off your projects if you've had to frog. And the keyword for this at the time was bear. So I redrew that this morning, and the winner is, I will pop a screenshot up here. It is Leslie and Bob Maxwell 5763. So if you are Leslie and Bob Maxwell, you've won the bear pouch. So please get in touch. My email will be in the description box, as well as, or you can go over to Instagram and message me there, whatever works for you. The second one was for one of the pieces of fabric, and it was this purple fabric, which is a Coffee Crafts fabric, the 28 count. And the redraw for that, the winner is, again, I will pop a screenshot in of the winner here, Sarah Mandler 7118. Now I think I interact a little bit with Sarah on Instagram think we do Barbaranas and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I've had comments backwards and forwards with her. So Sarah Mandler, you won the purple fabric. So please get in touch and I will get that to you too. Got a little bit less room in here. Okay, then last time I called a winner for giveaways that I'd done on video 16. And one of the things was this chart, this Florida chart. So I'm going to call out the winner again, who I already called before, but she hasn't got back to me. So the winner for this was, I will pop a screenshot in again here, Judy Hart 9658. So if you are Judy Hart 9658, you've won the Florida chart and you need to get in touch with me so I can get it over to you. If I haven't heard from this winner by the next video, then I will redraw from the video, the relevant video, and draw that one again as well. And then the giveaway from the last video, the keyword was peony. The chart is Peony House by Pansy Patch Quilt and Stitchery. Gorgeous, gorgeous chart. And this chart was kindly gifted to me by Pauline of Sew Bee Bags. I bought a bag and she sent me an extra bag which I gave away last time, and she gave me a bundle of a little bundle of charts, and I'm going to be giving them away bit by bit, and this was one of those. And this was won by, again I'll pop the screenshot up here, Anne with an E, Poots, Anne Poots, P-O-O-T-S. So Anne Poots, if you can get in touch with me via email or Instagram message, I'll get that in the post to you. Right, that's whizzed through that and got that out of the way. The next thing I'm going to show you before I just show you my stitching is this gorgeous, the latest gorgeous cotton and twine box. You've seen these before on my channel. Historical Sampler Company and Cotton and Twine kindly gift me these boxes at the moment every month. And this is the latest. And inside this month we have all these bits and pieces. So I'll show you those now. The gorgeous chart this month is these beautiful swans. So this is the May box. There's another picture on the back which shows them a little bit better. And if you sign up to get their boxes, in the box you get a huge chart. It goes across both, so it's A3 size basically. I've got a colour chart. I've got a feeling when you get them they do colour on one side and black and white on the other, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Then also in the box you get your kit items that you need to stitch the design. So in here we have, there is always a needle which is either tucked in the threads or the bottom of the bag. My box has got this absolutely beautiful piece of linen. It's like a powder blue 32 count linen. You can get the boxes in 16 count with 16 count Ada. You can choose when you sign up. And then the gorgeous threads, lots of white obviously. But look at this sort of mustardy yellow and the pinks and the greens, really, really pretty. So I'm not giving this box away, because I want to stitch this design. But you can sign up on their Cotton and Twine website to get yours. Also in this month's box, you get a lovely piece of sort of striped fabric for finishing and some gorgeous, quite thick, quite wide rick rack to go around the edge, which is lovely. You get the usual tea. This time it is English breakfast tea. You get this delicious sounded, this has been really difficult not to eat this. I've had this box for 2 weeks. I'm going to eat this today. Mallow and Marsh, milk chocolate over vanilla mallow bar. And I mean, it's huge. Look at it. I've been desperate to eat that. I'm going to eat that today. And the gift this month is a beautiful hand soap. It's a huge bar of soap. And it smells, does it say on it what the smell is? It's cruelty free, suitable for vegans. No, it doesn't have like a, it says in big letters on the back, do not eat. So if you get a box, don't eat the soap, okay? I just find that kind of thing really funny that we have to put things like that on. We never used to do that, did we? It smells amazing. It's so, so nice. So yeah, I look forward to now being able to use that as well. So that's all in the box this month if you sign up. You can sign up for the boxes up until the 25th of May. And like I said, you can choose between linen or Aida. An Aida box is £20, a linen box is £22 plus shipping, and they are fantastic value. I mean, you're basically getting a whole kit and a load of other little bits and pieces. I mean, finishing items, you know, a gift, a tip, you're getting a lot for your money. And they're always good quality. The fabrics are always Zweigart, the threads are always DMC. So yeah, I would highly, highly recommend that. You know that I like them because I only give away one or two because I always want to stitch them. So yeah, but you can go over to the website and sign yourself up. I will leave a link below. There is also a code that if it's the first time you've ever had a box from Cotton and Twine, if you use the word welcome, I'll pop it along the bottom, you will get 10% off your first box. So that's a great time to sign up for a box and see what you think as well. So that's that. Reach that over there. Okay, on with the stitching. So my one finish was almost a finish when I showed it to you in my last video a couple of weeks ago, and I did finish it in April. It was my April hare. So I've been doing a hare a month, and this is Hare and Bleeding Hearts. So that's probably a bit better on the fabric. It's on 32 count Murano even weaving vintage country mocha with all the called for DMC. And I've been doing one of these hares every month, and this was my April one, and it got finished just in time. Yeah, so now on to the May one. So I started, for those that don't know, I started all of the hares as a 12 in 12 start on New Year's Eve. So at 12 midday, I started with the first one, and then I did a little tiny bit on every single one, every hour through up to midnight. And then, so now when I start them, there is like, I think on this one, I'd done like some of this here. And so then I just carry on. So yeah, so the May one is next. So I need to get on with that. Maybe a little bit sooner than the last couple of days of May. But they only take a few days to do, to be fair. They're not very big. But yeah, really happy with that. Then I had 3 new starts. One of them is Charlie's Fault. Stitches with Charlie Feathers. If you haven't watched her channel before, go over. She did a WIP parade recently, which was fantastic. Yeah, and I will link her coffee shop below as well, because what you will see on most of my, oh, not this one actually, but most of my WIPs are Charlie Feathers needle minders. So I'll tell you which ones they are as we go along. This is, I will put a cover picture in here because I don't have a printout of it. It's called Glimpse of Sakura, and it's by Quaternion Creations. And this is where I got to. Oh, it's so pretty. This is 32 count Belfast linen in pastel pink, and I'm using the called for DMC. This needle minder is actually from Don't Step on Your Needle, from Yana, and I will talk about her a little bit later on. I've got some haul to show you, but I ordered a needle minder which came, and I will show you it, and this came as the free gift, and I loved it and I wanted some more, so I contacted her, and anyway, you'll see what I got later. That is Dreaming of Sakura. So Charlie bought me the pattern, and then I got all the things together, and then Charlie also contacted Adele, who is Tailor Handmade. Again, I will link her coffee shop below. She's on Instagram as well. She makes scissor fobs, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and there's loads of different designs, so go and have a look if you want a scissor fob or 10 and get your order in. She ships really quickly. She's fairly local to me actually, and I will see her next week at a retreat, which I'll talk about later as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. But Charlie had contacted her and bought myself and her, almost matching, they're a little bit different, scissor fobs to go on our scissors for this project. So this is mine. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And I am using these beautiful pink, pale pink heart handled scissors that I bought from Historical Sampler Company. I think if you got one of their gift boxes for the sale that's going on at the moment, the Secret Garden, I think you got scissors like that. They might have been purple, but they do sell various different colours on their website, and they are so pretty. I love those. So yes, all very matchy. And yeah, and thanks to Charlie and Adele again for this beautiful scissor fob. So that was one new start. I also started the new sale from Quaternion Creations called Burrow Tails. So I can't show you the whole thing. I do have a picture of the whole design, but it is a mystery stitch along. So there are a lot, you could ask for the design, the whole design, to see the whole design if once you'd bought it, which I did. But I know a lot of people don't want to, and she asked if we could just not share the whole thing yet because other people are just doing it part by part. So I will pop in a picture here of the picture that they put up of part 1. And this is where my part 1 is at. Oh, it's just so pretty. I love this so much. So I've only got the last bit of the tree trunk to do down here. It's a couple of 100 stitches, I think. So I'm going to get that finished probably tomorrow and Tuesday because the second part comes out Wednesday. So I'm stitching mine on, there were thread suggestions, find a word, suggestions given that they'd used or that they suggested. So they'd done black 310 and then orange 900, and I think it was 580 for the green. But I've changed mine. My threads are 3371 dark brown. I did go with the orange 900, but I upped my green to 581, which is a little bit brighter. And this is being stitched on 32 count linen from Picture This Plus in the colour Legacy. And I just thought it was perfect for this design, and I love it so much. Look at that owl, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to getting this part finished and then getting part 2. And this needle minder is by Charlie Feathers. Gorgeous little bear. So that is that. I also talked about in my last video that I was going to start the Quacker. So this is Quacker Sampler, and this is by Star Parade Designs, who I will link below. And this fantastic design I've had for absolutely ages, and a bunch of girls at Big Stitch 2024, Mikkel, the designer of Star Parade Designs, was there, and he showed them this, and they all went crazy and all bought it and all started it so that they're all going to have a quack along rather than a stitch along. And their aim is to finish it by Big Stitch 2026, which is June next year. And I didn't join in, and I'd had this pattern for ages. I had a piece of fabric, some threads, and anyway, and I think the reason I hadn't started was because the fabric and threads I'd chosen were just awful, just not nice. So I revisited the idea, and I've worked out that if I do a minimum of 60 stitches a day, Monday to Friday, I will have mine finished by Big Stitch 2026. That's the plan. So this is mine. Let me just move that. And I love it already. Oh, that's perfect. The colours are perfect. So this is on 32 count linen by Fibre on a Whim, and it's called Stream. And I just thought it looked really like water. And I just think that yellow thread, oh, it looks so good. So needle minders, Charlie Feathers at the top, and then underneath is the one that Laura from Cotton and Clay UK did, and she did those specifically for the Quack Along. So anybody that you see stitching this has probably got one of those needle minders. So I will link her shop below as well. She's on Etsy. She has some great needle minders and scissor fobs and all sorts. So the thread I'm using is Weeks Dye Works, and the colour is Squash. You see that? And I have this piece very long because I do the loop start. I know you're not supposed to with variegated threads and all that, but there's no cross stitch police, right? And I don't like it when variegated threads are very, very variegated, where you sort of stitch a bit and then there's a really defining sort of point where it changes colour. I don't like that. I like it when it's much more subtle, and if you do the loop start method, it messes it about basically and makes it a lot more subtle. So that's what I like, and that's what I do. So I'm really happy with that. So they were the 3 new starts. The WIP Go numbers for May, I'm going to do my second one in a couple of weeks, I think. But my first WIP Go number, I can't even remember the numbers. Was it 90? No, can't remember. The first one anyway was this, what is it actually called? Moira Blackburn's Country Cottage. I call it Country Cottage Sampler. Now this is by Bothy Threads. It's quite an old kit. It's one that came in plastic. It's not one of the ones in the nice boxes, but I think you can still get it. And it's beautiful. I love it. I started it. Oh gosh, it'll be 4 years next month. So I do need to get on with it. That's why it's on my WIP Go. So I will have to pop a picture in here of where it was, because it's in the Q-snap, so you can't see the top half. So basically I have done all of this down to the house, but not all the side borders, but all of this bit and most of the borders. And I've been working on for WIP Go this row here with the birds and the trees, but I haven't had much stitching time yesterday or Friday because we were busy Friday, and then yesterday I spent all day sorting and tidying stuff downstairs, just trying to get the house into a bit more semblance of a bit of order. It's just been driving me nuts. So yeah, so I am going to stitch on this today, despite it not being my WIP Go day, but I am, just to try and get a bit more progress on it. And I think what I'm going to do eventually is I'm not going to stitch this bit in the middle. I don't really like this bit in this big panel to put your name and stuff in. I just didn't like it. So I'm going to basically move this row up. I'm not sure if I'll do the lowercase letters or not, but definitely the tulips, move them up and then just bring the border underneath. So yeah, chopping a bit out of it. But that house, I'll see if I can get it close up enough for you, is stitched in like one strand of one colour thread and one strand of another colour thread. So for the bricks, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I just love the effect it gives. I hope you're seeing that because I can't see. But this is what I've done for my WIP Go. So I've literally done the tops of the trees because I haven't done their trunks yet, and all the birds in that row. Now I'm stitching mine on 32 count linen, Belfast Zweigot linen in the colour cream. It came with Ada, the kit, but I just swapped it out for linen, and you can see that I haven't done all of the sort of flowery border down the side. I have a little bit on that one. But yeah, I need to bring those borders down as well. But I'm really pleased with how this is looking. I'm using all the kit threads. Yeah. So that's my Country Cottage Sampler. Then the only other thing that I worked on this month is the Secret Garden, which is a mystery stitch along from Historical Sampler Company. They very kindly gifted me the kit and the needle minder, and I am behind. I did start it on the Ada that came with my kit, but I kept seeing everyone else's on linen and kept thinking, oh, it's so pretty, it ought to be on linen, it ought to be on linen. So for those of you who've been here before, you know I restarted it on a piece of 32 count cream linen by Zweigot, and this is where I am now. Oh, let me pop a picture in of the 3 parts that we've had so far. And this is where mine is. So part 1 was the centre bit. So I've completed part 1 except for the bird. There is another one of these birds mirrored on this side, and I haven't done any of that. And then I have done pretty much all of part 2. I think there's like half a bee here and half a fox here that will then get their other halves in the relevant part that goes to the side of that, but I didn't want to do the half bits, so I haven't done that. Oh, it's such a pretty design. You can still get it. It's still available. You can go onto the Historical Sampler Company website. I think you can still get it as a kit. You can definitely get it as a PDF download, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So part 3 is this side, which we do have, the cover photo is not great, but there is another birdhouse here, more flowers, and I think then there's going to be a squirrel coming here. Again, it's half of him to start with, but then when part 4 comes out, either the fox or the squirrel will get their other half. I'm not sure which side it comes. So yeah, really enjoying that. So that's all my stitching. I've got a very small table here. It's all precariously balanced. Could go at any moment. Okay, that's all my stitching. So not too bad for a couple of weeks, I don't think. I mean, it's generally 3, 4, 5, sort of 3, 4, 5, 6 projects in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I like to stitch on different things, keep myself interested. I mean, I've got plenty to choose from. I did just check before I came on that I do have, I'm not sure I should be putting this out in public, 51. Shouldn't be saying it because now Bethany will know. Anyway, Bethany, my daughter-in-law, 51 WIPs. Yeah. I don't care. I'm having new starts as well. Wait till you hear the plans. So plans are next, and then I'll do haul at the end for those that are not interested. Plans. So in case you're zipping off, I don't want to leave this to the end. My next video will be in 3 weeks' time, not in 2 weeks' time. The bank holiday weekend at the end of May should be when I'm filming, but my son Morgan and lovely daughter-in-law Bethany, well, they're both lovely, obviously, are coming up for that weekend. So we're probably going to go out and do some walking, and well, we'll be inside doing some stitching as well, Bethany and I anyway. So yeah, I won't be filming that weekend. And then the next weekend, the Sunday, is the 1st of June. So I'm going to be filming then. So it's a 3-week gap, but I'm sure you'll cope. Next weekend is very exciting. It's the Floss Friends UK retreat at Rotherham. So super excited for that. They're always fantastic. Sammy does an excellent job of organising them. And yeah, it's the hotel that they're at is really good. The food is great. They're really super helpful. So yeah, can't wait for that. Bethany is coming up and staying here on the Friday, so less than a week. And then we'll go off on Saturday morning, and then we're staying in the hotel overnight Saturday night just because we can, because it's only about an hour away from me. But yeah, I'm not driving backwards and forwards. And then I think on the Sunday she'll leave the retreat and go straight home back to Bedfordshire, and then I'll either come back home to here, or I might stay an extra night, not sure yet. But yeah, that'll be a lot of stitchy fun, seeing lots of friends, and yeah, they're always brilliant. So I'm really excited for that. And it's really exciting that Bethany comes up and comes along too. Bethany and I, I've forgotten to bring it up. I'll have to put a picture in. Bethany and I are going to have a new start. So we're going to start it, I think, on the Friday that when she comes, and then stitch on it at some points over the weekend. We'll probably swap projects around, but we're going to stitch. I'll pop a picture in here. Then one of the new patterns from Primrose Cottage Stitches called Stitching Rules. Oh my goodness! As soon as they showed this on their Instagram, I was like, oh, I am all over that. I love it. I love everything about it. I love what it says. I love the colours. It's just brilliant. So it won't be out in PDF for a while because I messaged and asked. So I was like, well, I've got to get my hands on it. And Bethany was like, yeah, I need that. So I was like, right, okay, I need it twice now. And Primrose Cottage Stitches do not ship to the UK, so I couldn't get it from them. So I was searching around, and I found it on Lindy Stitch's website, and it was just before Easter, and it was a pre-order. It said that they were hoping to get them in like the day after Easter Monday or something like that. So I checked how much the shipping was and how much the charts were, added it up, divided it by 2, messaged Bethany and said, I can get it from America, hopefully it'll come in time, but it's going to be this much with like the chart price and the half of the shipping we'll share. Go for it, she said. So I did. So then I spent like however long it was. It didn't take that long, a couple of weeks maybe not even that. Like panicking that it wouldn't come in time for this weekend. It came in plenty of time. So they arrived. Bethany hasn't even got her copy yet. It's still here. But yeah, so we are starting that on Friday, the 16th. So if you want to join us, get your supplies. If you can get a chart, you can probably get it all over the UK now. But yeah, I was in panic mode. I had to get it. Get your supplies, get the chart, and join us. It's gorgeous. So yeah, so that's us. That's what we're going to be doing. And then, I'm not planning any other new starts at the retreat. We'll see, I guess. You never know what might happen, eh? I think that's it for plans. Bethany, when her and Morgan, well, I think next Friday maybe, but if not, the following Friday when they come together, will be bringing me more hand-dyed fabrics. I just sent her various fabrics, 32 count, 35 count, 40 count. I never stitch on those, but I wanted to try them. And I just basically put in an order. Well, I suppose I basically demanded certain colours on certain counts. And yeah, so she's dyeing me various fabrics. Some I know what they're for. Some I think I probably did have an idea of, oh yeah, if you dye me that colour, I can use it to stitch blah blah, but I didn't make a note of that, so I don't know what it was for now. But anyway, next time hopefully I will have more beautiful fabrics to show you, and tell you all about that, and I'll be able to tell you all about the retreat as well. So that's it apart from haul. So if you don't want to see what I've bought, it's not a massive pile today, there's only a few things, then fine, I will see you next time. If you're sticking around, a little bit of haul coming up. Okay, so I talked about the needle minder on Glimpse of Sakura. So I went on to Don't Step on Your Needle Etsy shop, Yana, and I bought, well, this was Charlie's fault as well, Charlie Feathers. She sent me a link to this. Look at this cute sheep needle minder. So I was like, obviously, all over it. Ordered this, and it came, and that little tiny pink and sort of wooden needle minder came with it as a free gift. So, and then I showed Charlie that, and she said, oh, they're really, that's really lovely. So I contacted Yana on Etsy. We had some lovely conversations. She's so sweet. And I asked her if she'd got any more, and she said she would send me some. It was, you know, no charge. And I said, oh, no. I want quite a few because I want to be able to give them to people. I want to give some to Charlie and stuff. So I said, have you got any? She said, I'll send you a photo of what I've got, because she'd got different colours. So she sent me a picture. I screenshotted it and then basically circled all the ones I wanted, and it came up to 10. So I wanted 10 of them. And she said, is £11 okay? That'll include the postage. I was like, perfect, let's do that. So she was really kind, posted them out to me, and they came yesterday. I haven't actually messaged her, so I will message her after this. 10 didn't arrive, 15 arrived. So I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so kind. So she is super kind. She has loads of different needle minders. If you're looking for something different, go across and have a look. I will link her shop below. These are the ones that I've got kind of left. So out of the 15, I picked the ones I liked. I sent Charlie a photo and said, circle the ones you want. Bethany's had one, so I've got 4 left that I can give away to my friends. And they're actually really good. They look really tiny, and you think, oh, they're not going to be much cop, but the needles do stick to them pretty well. So yeah, I'm really impressed. So happy with those. Thank you, Yana. I also bought some threads, Weeks Dye Works threads, and I literally bought them because of Charlie. This is like, most of this is down to her. Oh, look at that. So she'd bought some, and she was actually using hers, I think, on something. But it's called Strawberry Fields. And it's just the most perfect pink. So I bought all of them that Peakside had. It was three lots. I haven't got anything in mind for them. As such, I just bought them. But it was because Charlie had shown me hers. So that's another thing that Charlie's in trouble for. Charlie also sent me a link to these. Now, that just looks like a little strawberry decoration, right? Oh no, it's so much better than that. These are scissor tip protectors. And they go on the end of your scissors to stop the point of the scissors being sharp. Oh my God. They are just perfect. So these are from the eBay shop, Jeff P. Smith, which is Trudy Ann. I will link them below as well. You get them in a pack of 2. Obviously, I bought 2 packs because you can never have enough strawberries, right? I mean, look at that. So that was Charlie's fault as well, because she sent me a link. I went straight over and she said, oh, I don't really know if I need any. I said, well, I do. She did buy some. So, yep. And I also got from Adele, Taylor Handmade, a gorgeous, gorgeous strawberry scissor fob as well. So, the obsession continues, guys. Yeah. If you haven't seen one of my previous videos, bit of a strawberry obsession. Charts, baskets, scissor fobs, point protectors, you name it. These I forgot to show you last time. So I bought 2 gorgeous pieces of fabric from the wonderful Marie and her husband at Swan Bay Fabrics. And I have had them for a little while, but I completely forgot to show you last time. So they're both 32 count linen. This one is Heartfield Moss. That's probably quite a good colour. A bit darker than that really. But it's absolutely beautiful. Really, really lovely. Beautiful linen. And I got the 32 count linen Wentworth Sage, which I don't know if sage dyes are ever very sage to me. They're always very grey. Bethany's got some sage dye and it comes out grey. But it's that kind of silvery, it's got that silvery tinge to it that sort of the underside of sage leaves have maybe. These are beautiful. They do take a long time to come. All their pieces of linen are hand dyed. Marie actually did put a video on her Instagram recently of the process of exactly what she does. So they're doing them one at a time, I think, something like that. So it's not a mass produced thing. So you can't order that today and it'll be here in a couple of days. If you want Swan Bay fabrics, which is you should have, they are great and the colours are just beautiful. They've got really subtle mottling. They're not too in your face, but you need to plan ahead. Mine took 6 weeks from order to arrival. I don't have a problem with that per se, but it is a long time if you're planning a project that you think, oh, I want a bit of Swan Bay fabric for that. You do need to plan in advance. That would be the only thing I would say, but they're definitely worth the wait. They are really, really lovely. So yeah, so I will link her shop below, so do check her out as well. Then I've just got a couple of charts. So a new designer, relatively new, is I didn't remember to check her name. I think she's called Sarah. So Be Stitchery. Now she has a coffee shop and an Etsy shop now. And she is, I believe, the daughter of Pauline at So Be Bags. Again, if any of this is wrong, I will write on the screen the correct. But this chart is one in her shop. And this is a reproduction sampler. Oh, and it's so pretty. And this is Prudence Bold 1807. So it's been slightly adapted or reproduced. And then also in the shop there is a little Jane Austen quote. If I've got a picture, I'll pop it in here. And also a little thatched cottage. Again, I'll pop a picture in here. And I think there's more things coming from various sneak peeks. So do go and follow So Be Stitchery on Instagram and check out her shop or shops if you fancy one of these gorgeous, gorgeous designs. It says, Prudence Bold Sampler, aged 11, 1807, Ford School as education forms the will, our future conducts, good or ill. So yeah, I also got, I can't remember if I showed this last time or not. This is by Little Dove Designs and it's called Meant to Be. I saw this on their Instagram and immediately went and bought it. I've seen loads of people have started it. I am desperate to start this. But like I just said, I've already got 51 WIPs. It'll be 52 on Friday. Does 53 matter? This might be a start soon. Don't tell Bethany. I also got, actually I might, oh, okay. Morgan, don't look. I've got this one. So my husband's nickname is Bear. Our business name is Bear Frame Supplies. We make bicycle parts, but that's boring. I shan't talk about that on here. And Morgan's got this thing about rubber ducks. Again, if you've been here before, you know they're everywhere in my house, right? We unpacked some boxes that had been in this room for 3 years. And when I was packing, he was either living at home. I don't know, he wasn't living at home, but he was around and we were packing. And then, like, unbeknownst to me, I'd left boxes kind of like not taped closed where I'd got little spaces to put little things in. Oh, I'll pop some bits in there, I'll leave it open. He'd just gone along randomly chucking rubber ducks in. So yeah, most of these are just, yeah, tiny rubber ducks. So I just thought that was absolutely perfect. Look at it. It's so cute. And I thought actually, if I use a really nice variegated thread, and you know, this bear could look really cool. So that was from Etsy, from the stitch. Oh no, it says here thestitchpatterns.com. So it obviously wasn't from Etsy. It was from Etsy. But I'll link it below anyway, just in case you're interested in bears and rubber ducks like me. And then the last chart I got is also Charlie's fault, but also my husband's fault. So I was watching Charlie Feather's Flosstube, and she showed this chart in her strawberry section, because the strawberry obsession comes from Charlie as well, right? Okay. And she showed this chart that I didn't have in my strawberry collection. And I'd watched a bit of a video, and then my husband had been sitting outside, and then he came in and he said, oh, it's a bit chilly, I'm coming to sit in. I said, oh, well, I'm watching Flosstube. He said, that's fine, I'll watch it. Who is it? I said, oh, it's Charlie. He goes, oh, yeah, I'll watch Charlie. So we sat watching it together. She showed this pattern, and he said, oh, that's really nice, isn't it? Not sure about the words on it, but you could make the fence go all the way. And he was like basically changing the chart and telling me how he would change it if he like he's ever going to stitch it. And I was like, it is really pretty, shall I get it? And he went, yeah, if you like. Well, what are you supposed to do then? So yeah, this is the pattern. This is by Tiny Modernist, and it says, and it's called Love Grows Here. Look at it, it's so pretty. I just love the bright colours, love everything about it. But yeah, he's basically saying take out the words and sort of make that all fence. Him being the designer that he is, right? So yeah, and that is it. So lots of that's Charlie's fault moments. And yeah, and I'll be back in 3 weeks, and I'll tell you all about the retreat, if there was any shopping, if there was any new starts that weren't planned. Yeah, and all the usual stitchy goodness. I will also announce the winner of no, I won't announce a winner of a giveaway because I've done that. I will do any shout outs for winners that haven't got back to me, if that's relevant, or I will do new winners if that's the case, just to get that sort of all done. But for now, that's me. I'm going to go off and do a bit of stitching. Actually, I'm going to do a bit of sewing and a bit of stitching. I'm going to make a couple of bits. So I will see you next time. Until then, happy stitching, everyone.